everyone, I'm Tanya. I am a licensed stylist, salon owner, and just an overall lover of women's self-improvement. And on today, I want to share some information that might be beneficial to anyone who's trying to find their style identity, trying to find answers for maintaining their current style, or just trying to find some beauty freedom in what it is you want to do with your hair. So I wanted to address something that comes up a lot in the salon or in some way, shape, or form in Black culture, and that is the battle between natural versus relaxed, and people feeling, that one is better than the other, or one is a more elevated mindset than the other. The main thing I want to share in this video is some perspective on natural versus relaxed, so we can all just have a little more information to put in our arsenal. And the main reason is to develop more tolerance and love for one another as women, by understanding that and remembering that we are all on our own journey to basically a healthy self-esteem and comfort and love for who we are. And everybody's journey is a different road, and it's okay, especially when it pertains to beauty, because that's one of the areas where I feel there's some liberation. And in all the things in life you can't control how you want to wear your hair these days. I remember being 5 years old, wanting a particular look that I couldn't get because I didn't know anything about how to achieve it. And I was 5, and I wanted it bad, and I thought about it a lot. And as women, we want certain things, and I just feel like we're living in the best time in history, because as it pertains to your hair and your beauty routine, you can basically have almost anything you want, and it's just great. But I also wanted to, like I said, share some information that might up our tolerance for one another, because I think that's what we all want and need from each other as women, especially as it pertains to our appearance. So, natural versus relaxed, which is better? My answer to that question is not so much which is better, it's which is better for you. And that is because women have all types of hair textures. Women have all types of schedules and time that they can dedicate to their personal hair care on their own. Women have health conditions. Women have hereditary conditions, all which can play a factor in what you need to do with your hair. And as challenging as that in itself is, it's even harder when there's a lot of judgment and criticism that can fall upon you when you're trying to find your way or you're exploring new techniques. And I guess there will always be people who, try to make other people's way hard. But sometimes we do that and we're not conscious of it. So that is why I just want to share that, again, like I say, as a hairstylist, I see women with all types of conditions. I've seen women who are on medications or who found out about some type of health crisis that puts their lives in a tailspin. A lot of transition, a lot of treatments, a lot of inconveniences, and a lot of fears and the need to shift your focus from your daily routine to just praying and asking God to keep you healthy and alive. And when you're dealing with that, sometimes looking in the mirror, watching what certain conditions or medications even can do to your body and the way that it can change your appearance can be just really rough on some people to handle. It's just a whole lot at once. So it has been I've seen it be very helpful and useful when a woman is going through transitions in her health, but she can come to the salon and get a wig or a weave or some type of hair treatment that keeps her hair looking the same. It's one thing when you're going through something and then your hair changes and you're just not ready to say goodbye to, you know, what you want to look like, or what makes you feel confident, or what makes you feel normal even. And, you know, when hair can offer that, that's a beautiful thing. I've seen women with lupus and cancer, and just the way that it can look and make you feel. And to see, you know, that self-confidence or hope or happiness restored just by adding some type of hair care treatment, I know it's a blessing from God. So, you know, there's more to life than just what any one of us thinks about certain things. You know, sometimes you have to know the full scope of it to appreciate, you know, just what's available to everyone. No one's against natural hair, and no one should be against relaxed hair. Some people confuse going natural with going under maintained. And the natural hair people that are really rocking it, they're still getting their hair done on a regular basis, whether they're going to the salon or doing it themselves. They're still getting their hair cut and shaped. They're still even sometimes getting colors or doing their hair in different ways to create really beautiful styles. When you wear your natural hair and people can see that you do it because you love it and you think it's beautiful, and you can tell because of how you maintain it, then that's beautiful to everyone. Everything that's loved and taken care of looks better, is better, and it's contagious. So, you know, how do you know if you need one or the other? I get a lot of ladies who went natural because everybody was doing it. They're not sure why they're doing it. They're like, you know, all I remember is I used to have a relaxer and it was easier to maintain, or I was doing this or that type of style back then and I went natural, but I just really don't know what to do with it. And to you, I say, well, it's okay to go back. The only time I would recommend you don't go back to a relaxer, or you don't get one in the first place, is number one, if you don't need one. If you have hair texture that you can manage and that can get into the style that you desire without a lot of tugging and breaking of the hair, trying to manipulate it or comb it, when you have hair that it really doesn't take you a long time to shampoo it and comb through it or blow dry it or roll it or whatever you're doing, and the maintenance is easy and the style comes out fresh and nice like you like it, then you don't need a relaxer. You have hair that's manageable, because really what a relaxer does is, or what it's supposed to do, is just make your hair more manageable, to be able to manage it. So if you have fine hair, it's usually easier to manage. If you have hard to manage hair, it's usually stronger. So everybody got something, you know what I mean? But if you want your hair to do a certain thing and it's hard for you to get to do it, then that's where relaxers can come in to make your hair more manageable. And sometimes you don't even need entire relaxer. You know what I mean is you don't need to get it bone straight. You just need to texturize it, maybe soften your texture. It just depends on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve. I always recommend that you use chemicals as little as possible, because again, they're tools to make your hair manageable. They're not just something you do just to be doing it, because it is a chemical and it was brought into our lives to make our lives easier, not to create problems. I also think it's important that we highlight one other particular issue too. I remember years ago watching that Chris Rock movie about good hair, bad hair, whatever it was called. And I remember thinking, he went all the way to India to show us where weave comes from, but he didn't do one interview with a professional stylist. And there was not one interview with a upscale salon stylist, professional salon owner, doing beautiful hair, relaxed hair, in a responsible manner, giving good conditioners and cuts and trims and great hair care maintenance. There was not one interview to get a balanced perspective. There was only pictures of women whose hair was burnt out so badly that I would venture to say, you didn't get that done at a salon. That's some box perm that you did at home without reading the instructions, which is very common. And another thing, to bash relaxers when they are sold at the grocery store. Honestly, they don't even sell inhalers over the counter. I really don't think they should sell relaxers without a prescription because it's a very real chemical. It's like fire in a jar and it can burn. So if you don't handle it properly, if you haven't been trained how to handle it properly, you can do some damage to yourself and whoever you put a relaxer on if you haven't been properly trained as a cosmetologist. You're kind of taking a risk, and it's just really unfair. That's like judging somebody for doing a surgery in their basement and they haven't gone to medical school and using their results as the overall representation of any particular drug, or any particular operation tool. That's just not fair or balanced. So I say all that to say, sometimes we speak and we can be really harsh on each other. And as we get older, one of the things that we learn is that, and this is how I say it, what I want for myself, I have to want for others. I want the best for myself. I want to grow, I want to thrive, and I want to be the best that I can be. And if I want that for myself, I got to want that for other people. And I got to give you room to find your way to that. As same as I need room to find my way to it. It's the same way she needs room to find her way to it. So let's ladies, grown ladies, let's ourselves and let's teach our daughters, if possible, to give every woman room to grow into who she's trying to be. Because that's really what we need. So in doing that, before you bash someone for their hair care choices, let's get more information about what's going on in the world of hair care journeys so that we can have a more balanced perspective and even more compassion for each other and let each other grow to our best and beautiful selves. That's the message I want to share as it pertains to relaxers and naturals. And before you talk to me about all the damage that relaxers can do, which I already know, also talk to me about, are you getting proper hair care though? Or are you somewhere down in somebody's kitchen letting them rinse your relax off and they ain't really getting that part around the edge too good, and that's why your edges are coming off, and they didn't use the neutralizing shampoo because it stinks, and they used, some cream of nature, and your hair really never got neutralized and you didn't even know that it needed to be. Stuff like that. We need to be honest now. We need to be balanced. But whatever we're doing, let's, again, wish every woman the best on a hair care journey. I just want to send a shout out to all the hairdressers out there doing a great job. God bless you. We are blessed to touch lives and help people in a way that can be superficial to some, but in a way that I know ministers to the heart and to the mind, self-esteem. And at the end of the day, it's just about us being strong and happy and healthy enough to go forth and do whatever it is we do in our wonderful lives. And sometimes how you look and how you feel about how you look goes a long way in your ability to do that. So that's what I wanted to share. Just a little information to help us get a little more balance in that area. A little more balanced perspective in that area. If you have any thoughts or questions, concerns, anything to add, I'd be happy to hear your thoughts. Please share that. And if you have any questions you'd like me to answer, please share them with me at my website, and I do my best to get you some answers. All right, thank you for joining me for my perspective, my beauty talk. In the meantime, you stay beautiful inside and out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.